My name is Luc Bouchard. I'm working for BRP for now 11 years, and I am the engineering project manager of the side-by-side Commander. What I'm going to do in the next 10 minutes or so, I'll walk you through the vehicle, going from the engine, air intake, exhaust, and after that I will walk you through from the front bumper to the rear bumper, explaining you all the features that the vehicle has, all the way through the motor, electrical, and everything. So let's start by the engine. So on the side-by-side, we developed a new engine. Our new Commander will come with two engines. First, the 1000, which is a new engine for us. The 1000 is we started out by our 800 that we use on our Outlander, and we kept the same bore, but we increased the stroke to make it a 976cc engine. So we had to redesign the crankshaft, the crankcase. The heads are higher. If you compare both engines side by sides, you will see that the 1000 engine has got half-inch higher heads compared to the 800. What we also had to do on the side-by-side application, we had to include an oil cooler on the engine. We don't have an oil cooler on our ATV, but for the side-by-side application, we needed the extra cooling. So we added an oil cooler. The oil cooler will be present on both the 800 and the 1000. What we also had to do is redo the clutching. Obviously, because of the application of the side-by-side, we cannot just throw the springs and the clutch ram profile as we have on the ATV. So all the clutch has been recalibrated, spring, clutch profile. We really work hard also on the engagement point. And on the engine, the other thing that we have made a big change on is the sub-transmission. The sub-transmission is a totally new sub-transmission to take into account the weight and what the vehicle can pull. It's a heavy-duty sub-transmission, and it's got all pre-selective on all gears. So you can move the park lever, the shifter lever from the park to the low gear. Even though the dogs are one-on-one, the pre-selective will be active, and as soon as the vehicle will move, the dog will go in together. But you will not feel it because you can just go from one to another without having to rock their vehicle to get the transmission engaged. So that's pretty well what we have done on the engine side. The 1000cc will develop 85 HP, and the 800 will develop 71 HP, same power as we now have on the Outlander or Renegade ATVs. Another very cool feature that we're proud of is what we call the ITC, the Intelligent Throttle Control. Usually in car industry it is called a throttle by wire, so meaning that there are no physical link between the gas pedal and the throttle body. The gas pedal is a potentiometer sending a signal to an ECU, and then the ECU from there drives the throttle body, so the opening of the throttle plate in the throttle body. The nice feature about it is you can do a lot of things compared to a cable. One of the things that we were able to do is we are able to have two keys. The vehicle stock will come with two keys. One of them will be the black key, what we call the performance key. When you're going to insert that key, click it on. The gauge, the cluster will give you a message saying performance key. With that key, there are no limitation, no speed limitation. Of course, there's a top speed, but there will be no restriction as far as engine power is concerned. And on the other hand, we give a gray key. The gray key will limit the vehicle speed to around 45 miles per hour. So let's say you have somebody that is not really familiar with these types of vehicle, and you want to make sure that he gets familiar before taking the black key, you can give him the gray key. Furthermore, we will sell in pack an orange key. The orange key is orange like a construction site orange, And this will limit the vehicle speed to 25 miles per hour, because on some construction site there are a limitation as far as speed is concerned, and the speed is 25. So you just give the guy the orange key, and the vehicle will limit itself at 25 miles per hour. Another thing that we were able to do because of ITC is the sport button. This is a toggle switch that we have in the dashboard. When it's at the bottom position, it's called the normal position. What we do in the normal position, we increase the modulation of the throttle, meaning that for a certain displacement of gas pedal, we don't have the throttle body acting as quick as it would do in the sport mode. In a sport mode, when you click on the sport mode, you have more a reaction of 1-to-1 between the gas pedal and the throttle body, just like a cable would do. But even in sport mode, we even still apply a small modulation so that the power management is there, because we have a strong engine and it's good to be able to manage all that power. And when you're going to flick on the sport button, there will be an indication in the cluster. There will be a S going, there will be a green LED S, and there will be a scrolling message saying sport mode active. So that tells the user that he's now in the sport mode. Furthermore, with the ITC, what we were able to do is as we go in oops, with that type of vehicle, your feet tends to play a lot on the throttle. With the throttle by wire, we are able to filter out some of the jerkiness you get from the rough terrain. So we can tell the ECU, let's say if you have a pedal displacement of so many inches in a certain amount of time, which is way quicker than you would have liked, you will filter out some of it, so the jerkiness of the vehicle will be a lot less than if you were with a normal cable between the gas pedal and the throttle body. On the electrical side of things, we have a powerful magneto, which is 650 watts magneto, because on these vehicles people tend to have more and more accessories. So we increase the power of the magneto. If you look at the vehicle, there are 4 lights. We are able, because of the powerful magneto, when we switch on the I-beam, we are able to have all 4 headlights lit at the same time. And we have concentrated all the electrical components a little like a car. Like you see, the fuse box is exactly where the fuse box is on a car, so people will relate to it. The battery is up top here, and we took good care to put the positive down, so if you want to boost the vehicle, you just need to grab the clamp on the bottom, and then you can take any metal as far as the negative. The starter solenoid is right on top of it, so everything is close together. The voltage regulator is right here underneath. Very strong voltage regulator to withstand the 650 watts to give you a flat 14.7 volts. And the ECU also is right close to the other electrical equipment. So in that area, you basically have 75% of your electrical, which makes less wire run all over the vehicle. Because if you go at the back, we have a harness for the box. So you just disconnect the harness, and the only electrical that is given to the box is for the light. There's no electrical at the rear at all.